Hi there, this is Rob, and this is the 2-minute overnight overview for Friday. Not a lot to cover today, so I'm bringing back the Friday joke. Let's first look at yesterday's odds sheet, which is available to subscribers. A quick glance tells us that since there is no green or orange appearing in the averages column, none of the index securities we track are presenting odds that meet either the minimum long or minimum short criteria. ES presented mixed odds. Price action suggested a moderately bullish inclination with a 55% up gap rate and a profit factor of 1.2. Seasonality also showed strong numbers of 57% and a 1.5 profit factor, but internals were weak at 45% and 0.91. All this averaged out to numbers just above break even. Additionally, the edge finder came up blank, so there was nothing strongly compelling me to bet in either direction. Of course, when that happens, I sit out. If you watch many of these, you know that I only put capital at risk when odds are strongly compelling, and it certainly wasn't yesterday. Let's take a look at the chart and see how the night played out. It was a snooze fest for most of the night. The market closed at 1441 on Thursday. It traded sideways until about 5 a.m. Then news overseas caused a bit of a sell-off. U.S. pre-market news didn't help at all, and futures opened down 5.5 points to begin the day. I don't typically show research in Friday's overview, so here's a little weekend humor for you. Alright, piece of string walks into a bar. He walks up to the bartender and says, "Bartender, give me a beer." Bartender looks at him up and down and says, "I can't serve you. You're a piece of string." Piece of string gets mad, storms out of the bar, goes out on the porch, frays himself, ties himself in a knot, his head in a knot, and he marches back into the bar, sits up on his bar stool, slams his knotted head on the bar and says, "Bartender, give me a beer." Bartender goes to give him a beer, and then he looks at him and he says, "Wait a minute. Aren't you the same piece of string that was in here a minute ago?" Piece of string says, "No, I'm afraid not."